Hello my fellow friends and followers, it's me Retromania, and in today's video we are talking about the remake of the second Star Ocean game, Star Ocean The Second Story R. But before we start, a small disclaimer, this review it's a sponsored video, so thanks to Square Enix for sponsoring this video and providing me with a review code for Star Ocean The Second Story R. And yeah, let's jump to my review. Star Ocean The Second Story R, it's an action-based JRPG with a pixelated character art style within a modernly rendered environment. The game uses Square's HD 2D engine in a brilliant way, remaking the original release from 1998. I really like how the realistically looking environments blend in with the pixelated character models. It gives off a very unique style. The UI could have got more personality, but it's very useful with a lot of great gameplay mechanics, what we will discuss in a later part of the video. One huge praise I can give the game is how the character portraits can change even midway through the game. We get new character artwork. The artwork is also pretty clean, pretty sweet, and when it comes to the performance, the game runs beautifully well on my Steam Deck. I maxed out almost all settings besides shadows because I usually don't max out that setting, and the game runs buttery smooth with 60 frames per second. Graphically speaking, I'm very pleased with the visual aspect and performance of Star Ocean The Second Story R. But let's now discuss the sound effects, the music and the voice acting of this game. The music it's very good, very solid, the sound effects are very accurate, and the voice acting is absolutely convincing. One small critique I had for this game is that not all lines are voiced. It's the end of the world? No. But the game it's 90% voiced, so I don't know why exclude these random lines what are not voiced, but most of the game it's voiced. I think Square did an excellent job considering the budget of this game, and let's not forget the brilliant sound design and music of this game. Here are some examples.
I'm not about to turn back just because of that. Because this is my life's work.
You're the only one who can go after her, you know. Survival is a battle, and only the strong survive. Isn't that how it works?
Oh, that was something, wasn't it? But it's also something, it's the gameplay of this game, so why not we discuss the gameplay of Star Ocean The Second Story R. Gameplay wise, how I mentioned before, this is an old school action based JRPG, remade from the ground up. And although the gameplay isn't perfect and I surely do have some small nitpicks, overall the gameplay it's very solid. It's a solid foundation for future Star Ocean games, Star Ocean remakes in this style. The game it's mostly action, but in the middle of the battle you can pause the battle, take a sip of your tea and come and think about your next move. Will use an item, magic attack or try to escape the battlefield. But overall it is action with some really small turn-based elements. I played the game on Galaxy difficulty setting. There are 3 difficulty settings. These are Earth, aka normal difficulty setting, Galaxy what I choose, this is a harder difficulty setting, and we have also Universe. This is very hard difficulty setting. The game can be very difficult at times, but it's also very rewarding and very satisfying. I stopped counting how many times I have died, but it is so satisfying to finally beat a boss you have struggled with couple of times. It is so satisfying. When it comes to the game length, the game it's about 30 hours long. You can maybe finish it in 40 if you really stretch it, but it is more around 30 hours plus or minus. Don't expect 100 plus hours, this is a shorter JRPG, don't expect Persona or Xenoblade level of length. And look at this way, if you really enjoy this game you can always replay this game with a different main character. Because once you start the game you can choose between 2 main characters, 2 main protagonists, Rena and Cloud. If you play as Rena you will see the game from her perspective, if you play as Cloud you will see the game from his perspective. The game story doesn't change that much no matter which character you choose, but there are some small changes in the story and boss fights, but in general the story doesn't change that much. I choose Rena as my main protagonist because she's kinda cute, and I usually choose female protagonists because, well, obvious reasons. But that aside, you will have a great time no matter which character you choose. One cool feature, it's the skill tree, what uses points you gather by fighting enemies and clearing quests. These points you can then use to upgrade various character combat systems and skills abilities. But even besides combat battles, you can use these points to upgrade various hobby systems, hobby skills. Like for example crafting, fishing, replication, and so on. Also, one great addition to this remake are the added save files. You can have up to 99 save files. I love when games give you infinite game files because I love to save my games every now and then, especially before a big boss fight or story segment, so one day when I feel like replaying the game, I can always jump to a certain segment in the game. What intrigued me. This is a very small but also very nice quality of life improvement. What I will take. What I will also take, it's your subscription, so why not you subscribe to this channel so that you get up to date when I drop a new video. And with this out of the way, let's jump to the story segment of Star Ocean, the second story R. Do not worry, I will not spoil you. I will have two story segments, and I will timestamp each and every segment. The first segment will be a spoiler-free segment, covering the first couple of hours of the game, and the second one will be a spoiler one. Obviously, I will warn you when the spoiler segment starts, so that you can skip it. Okay, let's start with the spoiler-free, no spoiler segment of Star Ocean, the second story R. The game begins in a far away planet in a small village where Rena, the main protagonist, lives with her mother. One day in the sacred forest she meets Cloud, a traveler from the earth, and everyone assumes that Cloud is the chosen one who will save the world. And so Cloud and Rena take upon themselves to save the world by investigating a very weird stone, the sorcery globe. And this is pretty much the spoiler-free story review. I will talk now about late game spoilers, so this is the spoilers segment, and I timestamped where you can skip it. The spoiler segment starts in 3, 2, 1, let's go. First things first, I will not spoil everything, I will only talk about the parts of the game I really enjoyed. For example, I really loved Rena, she is such a cute and beautiful person. Beautiful not only in looks, but also in heart. She is such a great person, she truly cares about her friends, sincerely. She has a pure heart, and that's something what I really loved about her character. And I also really loved her journey to find her real mother, because pretty early on in the game we find out that Rena's mother is actually her adopted mother and not birth mother. The story takes such a crazy turn that we end up on a completely different planet out of nowhere. We started the game from planet Expel and then we came to Need. And then we find out that Rena's family, her original family, came from Need. So Rena's family is from Need, and that makes Rena a Needian. I also like the plot twist that the sorcery globe not ended up being the final boss, because fighting a big magical rock would feel so weird. Instead, the sorcery globe was made by the 10 wise men. It's a highly technological ball created by the 10 wise men to move the planet Expel to planet Need. I also loved Cloud and his rivalship with Diaz Fleck, and I really like how the game slowly built up their friendship. And obviously the romantic relationship between Rena and Cloud, what was really obvious to anyone who played the game. Overall, the game experience, the story was not 10 out of 10, but it was really solid, really great story writing, what I really enjoyed. Now let's discuss my overall opinion about Star Ocean, the second story R. I enjoyed this game a lot, the story was great, the gameplay was solid, and the overall art and sound design was incredible. It's a very well made remake, I can recommend. I have some critique for the remake, but I still had a great time with the remake. Would I recommend this game to anyone? No, but if you like JRPGs, if you like action games, if you like old school games remade in a new fresh way, then yes, this game is absolutely for you. I personally love more tactical turn-based JRPGs, so even though this game was great, excellent, I personally, if I would spend my hard-earned money, I would probably wait for a discount. I would still buy it, make no mistake, but it isn't my top priority game. There are so many other amazing games I still need to play and buy. But, if you like action games, if you like JRPGs, and if you like this type of art style and gameplay, then yes, this is a day one for you. Buy day one, full price, and enjoy it. My final score for Star Ocean, the second story R, it's 8 out of 10 stars. You get it, stars, because Star Ocean. Okay, this joke is kinda cringe, so let's move on. And yeah guys, this was my review for Star Ocean the Second Story Arc. Thanks again to Square Enix for providing me with your review key, and thanks to all of my fans out there, you are amazing. What is your take for Star Ocean the Second Story Arc? Do you agree with my opinion or do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below. And with this out of the way, I wish you all a wonderful day. Sayonara my good old JRPG friends. Bye, 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 and bye.